Hello! Our long spell of incarceration is finally over. Well, almost. We've got one more day at home, but tonight, this evening, we are off to my dad's. We're going to stay at my dad's tonight and tomorrow night, just so that we can get where we need to get to more easily, because the trains are still not running. There are rail replacement buses, and hopefully they're running tonight, and if they're not, Dad will come and get us, because it really is beyond an emergency now. And the weather's calmed down enough that he can drive up safely and back, whereas last week there was just no chance with all that wind and flooding. So this week it is actually a possibility. So the strandedness is coming to an end. Izzy was having a maths lesson today, but now she isn't because the maths tutor is unwell, unfortunately, and can't come. But we are also expecting a builder who's going to come and have a look in my loft, and I don't know if he's going to get up on the roof and have a look, see what's going on up there. Not sure how he's going to manage things, but we're expecting him any time from 10, and it's now about 10:05, so any time. In the meantime, I've got some housework to take care of. My turkey legs have dried nicely overnight, and they're ready for painting tomorrow at group when we arrive. Better late than never. I've made a very good start. That lot's just soaking. It's beautifully sunny out now. I'm actually in my vest, heating is off and the window's open. Unbelievable. Mind you, it's still warm from where the heating was on. I'm gonna have a cup of tea now and work on the vlog. Well, I've sorted my next upload out. I've had breakfast and it is now 20 to 12 and the builder's not here yet. He said he would be here by 12. I've got a sneaky feeling he's forgotten. And I wouldn't blame him at all, honestly, with all the building work that will have been needed in South Wales after Storm Dennis. I was quite astonished he said he'd come anyway, but we'll see. You never know, he might still turn up. I'm going to do some tidying up now because this table's an absolute state, as you can see, and I'm going to prep some of Izzy's schoolwork to do next week. This is all left over from Operation Turkey Legs this week. Let's save those for another project. Clean. Some of this is still good for future projects, but some of it's a bit gluey. Izzy and I have got to transport these turkey legs on the bus later down to where my dad lives. I'm going to double bag them because if they get wet on the way to the station, I'll be mortified. Now this bag is... Why is this bag wet? Oh, I hope it went in wet. I hope I haven't got a leak under the sink. That would be a disaster. No, it's all fine. It must have gone in wet. Give that a quick wipe. Don't want any drips on my legs. I'm going to put 3 in each bag and we can carry 1 bag each. Is the next batch going in? I now have a clear table to work with. Planning next. Now Izzy actually can't do any more maths now because she has actually come all the way down to here. I know I haven't coloured it in properly because I wanted to just go through the few flagged questions with the tutor, but she has done all this now. So we're still behind, but we're not as behind. But frustratingly, Izzy could have done some today, but we've literally run out of work till the tutor gives it to us and she's ill, so she can't help that. This is what happened in half term. You see, I did intend for Izzy to fill in some gaps in the half term and she was ill, but she managed to have a big binge of maths. So I've gone back and retro coloured in the ones that she actually did later in the week. I'm going to bring up Outlook on my laptop now and do our timetable plan for next week. It's a complicated week next week. We might just have to accept that we get a little less done. It's busy. Any coffee left from yesterday? Oh yes, excellent. I'm going to sip coffee whilst doing my master plan for next week. I use Outlook calendar to generate my timetables. Excuse all the stickies, I'm just obviously need to keep a few things private on our weekly schedule. This little symbol here with the 2 arrows, that means it's a recurring event. So you put it in once and it automatically fills it in for all the other, Tuesday slots, 11 till 12, until the date that you specify it to stop. So that makes it a lot easier. You don't need to put it in every week. And then if you just want to move them around week by week, if you've got something happening, you just literally drag and drop them around. So it's very simple to do. And you get an option to only drag and drop and move it for that week only, rather than moving all of them. But you can move all of them in one bulk action if you specify. So yeah, Outlook. That was my boyfriend suggested that, and a good suggestion it was too. Well, I've done it, but my printer is being very naughty and refusing to print said timetable. Come on, Mr. Printer, you know you want to print it. It's making noises. Is it going to do something? What if I try pressing that? No. Oh, not very helpful. Oh, it's doing something. It's making a noise. Oh, it's like, oh, all right then. You're running the troubleshooter. You must really mean it. Yay! I'm sitting here with my trusty tumble dryer again. I've got the tumble dryer bug again since yesterday. That was just so easy compared to hanging it up on the airer and waiting a day and a half for it to dry. I can't lie. What even is that coming out of there? I'm not even sure what's coming out of my printer. It looks like science. I didn't even get as far as printing the science yet. I think this might be the science that I tried to print the other day that didn't work. Oh, well that's a lot of good. Not. I've already done this one. It's doing multiples. I need the next lot, really. There's a lot to print out this week for biology. Goodness gracious, we had a week off from it last week, and it turns out there's twice as much to do next week. There's more. There's a mock coming on homeostasis, I think. Right, let's sort through this lot then. I've got me trusty hole puncher and my stapler ready, and my little envelope for travel school, as I call it, when we're doing school on trains and in waiting areas and cafes, and when we're out and about anyway. Just putting it all in order. So this is just biology this week, which I allocate about 2.5 days to do biology, and then the other 2.5 to do human biology, and they sort of overlap, and sometimes one's quicker than the other. But here we are, this week for biology, we're doing respiration, which is releasing energy from glucose in the cells, I do believe. But we'll obviously find a lot more about that this week. There's also controlling blood glucose, homeostasis and coordination. There's an assignment plus 2 mock exams, and they're quite lengthy ones as well. We might do these as an exercise open book rather than as a mock. I'm going to see how Izzy is, because she's obviously not been very well. I'm going to put some of it in the folder for the later part of the week, and for the earlier part of the week in the travel folder to take with us to granddad's. We'll save homeostasis for after we get home. But we'll do respiration at granddad's and on various trains going places that we need to go to. There's English in there as well. Izzy's got an assignment to do. So that's those 2 prepped. What about literature? Don't quite know where we're at with this. I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, poetry. We're really behind with literature actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's time for an assignment. Looking at it, I'd say she needs to do this at home when she's got access to her folder and all the appendices, whatever the plural of appendix is. I might have to Google that. Yeah, sometimes it's not as straightforward as just grabbing the couple of pages out of the folder with you. Once you actually get into it, it says, now reread chapters 2 to 3 to revise on such and such techniques, and you're on the train, you're like, oh, can't do that. Or it'll say refer to appendix 3, or look in the anthologies and summarise blah, whatever. So we'll do that when we get back home again after our night away. Izzy's just back from the shops with a cautionary tale for you youngsters out there.
Yep. So I was in a shop and the person at the till tried to shortchange me by £5.
And this happens a lot, doesn't it, to you when you're on your own without me there?
And just because I look young doesn't mean I'm dumb. I always check my change, and I advise you to too.
Yeah.
So I told her that I think that you've shortchanged me. You could see the sheer panic over her face that I'd noticed.
It's terrible, isn't it? It really happens a lot.
Eventually, she gave me the right amount of change, and I checked very thoroughly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very astute. Well done, Izzy.
Yeah.
Of course, if you pay by card, you can't get shortchanged, and it's harder to transfer germs if you pay by card. Just contactless, isn't it? Beep, done. It's bad in other ways because you don't realise quite how much you're spending, but you know, yeah, stops you getting shortchanged and getting as ill as you otherwise could potentially get. I'm just heating my leftover macaroni cheese up for my lunch. Izzy's had hers already, she microwaved hers. Oh, the first of my dimmer bulbs has gone. I don't even know where you get these from. Can you put ordinary bulbs in dimmer fittings like that? Here it is, I've never seen one of these close up before. Wonder if I can get energy efficient ones these days. Probably won't be as bright though, will they? These have been lovely, lovely bright bulbs. I don't have time for it today. I've got laundry to do.
Oh my god.
It's laundry cam, you impressed? Reversing. Can I squeeze some history out of you in 10 minutes?
Maybe in 20 minutes.
20 minutes? I'll think about it. I have quite a lot of laundry to put away. It's all dumped on my bed at the moment. And there goes the rest of that. Adding to the pile. Just going to put the last load on while the tumble dryer is all set up. There's that towel up there. I had this one to collect the drips when water was pouring down there. There's still a damp patch, can you see? Can you see that damp? Just about, probably. The builder never did come. He must be busy or forgotten. I'm not going to chase him. We've got too much on this week. I'll have to catch up with him another time. Doing dark things. Lots of socks. Back to laundry cam again. Whoops. Look at these fancy things. I got half price. I don't know if I'll get those again. I suspect that even if they weren't half price, the powder ones might have been still cheaper anyway. I've been gradually working my way through my mountain of laundry, putting it away, but Izzy is ready to do history now. I'm going to squeeze a history lesson out of Izzy this weekend, try and make up for the time we lost during the week. I've done a history. More laundry now. I know it's endless today, but I'm catching up. That's the third load of the day, going round in the trusty tumble dryer. I'm running myself a bath. It's running very slowly. It's the right pest, my hot tap. It only runs hot when it's only dribbling a bit like that. So I shall tackle the rest of this clean stuff that needs putting away while that is dribbling full. And Izzy's in there doing her history.
Yeah.
Fitted sheets. Not my favourite for folding. Ta-da! Actually, that's going quite well so far. That actually came out really neat for a fitted sheet. I don't normally do them that well.
We're just about to go out of the house, so that's fun.
We've made it onto the bus, and look, there are my legs on the back shelf. Loud, wasn't it?
It's literally down my ear. Suddenly my ear feels weird.
I know, mine too.
It feels like when you're going in an aeroplane and then you go like up, your ears start getting weird.
Yeah, that was excruciatingly loud. Sorry, strange look, I know, but it's a bit chilly. We've made it to Ponty, and then we're getting a train down. The legs have made it. They're still in one piece after the bus ride. It's quiet on here, but not as quiet as that bus was. There was barely anybody else on it. There's my turkey legs up there. I will get them to group in one piece. Hello, it's much later at night now. It's about midnight, in fact. Everybody's gone to bed. We're at my dad's, and I'm just about to go to sleep for the night as well. We've got a long day tomorrow, and I'm not going to film tomorrow, so the next time you see us, it'll be the day after tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.